This is a special edition of Eco Challenge, the U.S. Armed Forces Championship. Fueling the inter-service rivalry, as surprise contenders emerged. The Air Force Pararescuers of Team Speedy Mail, made up of both veterans and rookies, are in fourth place, only minutes behind Navy. Team Speedy Mail will check into PC-1 only minutes behind the leaders.
Howdy. Speedy Mail, how you doing? All right.
Good. You know,
First Air Force team through.
beautiful ride, though. Wind, snow, sleet, mosquitoes, rivers. We'll deliver the mail anywhere you want it.
All right.
So you don't want that?
No, I want your passport.
Okay. Team number? One of these pockets. 16.
You are the fourth team in.
14 in.
PC-1.
It's getting worse. We came into this race much easier going, much more willing to have fun and you know, enjoy the process of the whole thing. It was just a playful personality that we brought to the team from the beginning, and we let that flow through the whole thing, even from the beginning in the checkpoints, having fun with it at the same time. You know, we were serious about racing. We want to do a good job, but at the same time, you know, you got to know, hey, there's only moments in life, and you got to enjoy every one of them. One more mosquito, and I'm quitting. I'm done with this crap. I just had it.
Team Speedy Mail is made up of 3 Air Force Pararescue men, known as PJs, and a young Air Force officer. The PJs, or parachute jumpers, are a world-renowned Special Forces unit. These elite Air Force commandos are called in to rescue soldiers downed behind enemy lines. Decorated rescuers, they are under constant stress while on duty, but here they're taking a lighter approach to this competition.
The camera!
Woo! Way to block out, man! Way to fail!
That's film footage at 11, man. I want to see that. That's beautiful. I paid money for that.
Meanwhile, the Air Force PJs surprise Navy and take the lead.
We stayed real consistent on it all the way up to the point where we were, I think we actually passed the first place team for a little while on the bike, and then we ended up getting one flat tire and they passed us back. Look out! I'm gonna catch you.
Speedy Mail.
What's up, Tom?
And they're having the best fun. Time in is 8:47.
How long ago did the first team come in?
I want to say probably somewhere around 15 minutes ago.
Yeah. 15 minutes ago?
Right around 15 minutes ago.
The Air Force PJs can take no time to rest. They are now less than 20 minutes behind the Navy team.
I gotta go check out the PC. You guys ready to leave?
Yes.
Yeah, go check out.
See out on the mountain.
I've seen majority of women team, you know, where three females, 1 male, or 3 males. It doesn't matter. It's how the team works together, and they best figure it's a mental and a physical game.
For the Air Force PJs and the Navy, their rivalry is intensifying as they battle for the lead.
They left 30 minutes ahead of us, and you know, we stopped. We got some water, and you know, now we're back up with them. So I think we can do good here.
Trail them for a while, unless they're going real slow. If we feel really good, then we'll move on. So I think it'd be good just to get a real nice slow pace behind them and just sit there for a little bit. It's not a roller derby. You're not trying to fight each other off the trail. If they're moving at a faster pace, move over, give them some room, let them go by you, and then you continue on your way. Well, I mean, we had no problem with that, and you know, we figured that we came up behind them, and that's what would happen then. There was nothing unsafe about it at all. You're in knee-deep snow and you're just slogging up the top of the mountain. They didn't feel like it was ethical or safe to pass them on the mountain, and that's their prerogative, all for them.
After 24 hours of non-stop racing, the Air Force PJs now hold the lead. These elite pararescuers have surprised many with their strength and determination, coming from behind to overtake the Navy team at the summit of Item Peak. The Air Force PJs are increasing their lead, but they still haven't slept.
I think we got off the bike and actually had to go for a short hike before we hit the river.
The PJs continue to take advantage of 24-hour daylight, but sleep deprivation is now becoming a serious concern. The seemingly tranquil rivers in this uninhabited section of the Alaskan wilderness are actually swift-moving and icy cold. For the competitors, they provide a chance to get off their feet.
Becky is one of the toughest cookies I know out there. I mean, here's a girl that hasn't done a single race per se, no triathlons, no other kind of races. Good outdoors background. We got somebody that's just not going to quit. She just goes and goes, and she's going to do whatever she got to do to get the job done.
The Air Force PJs still hold the lead with their Navy rivals close behind.
How y'all doing?
Great.
Pretty good.
How are you?
Which team are you?
Speedy Mail?
Speedy Mail. All right, first one's in.
16.
All right. There you go. What do you got?
Feeling good.
How's the team for these? Everybody still having fun?
Oh yeah, having a good time. A little more quiet, a little more tired, you know.
A little quieter today.
We're falling asleep walking.
At the front of the race, the Air Force's PJs hang on to their narrow lead.
We knew the pressure was on. At one point we turned around, we could see a team behind us on the mountain. You need to keep the focus on the positive. Something's going to go wrong. Somebody's going to, who knows what it is, break a piece of gear, drop something, lose something, miss something. You need to keep the focus on the positive. We deal with it. Whatever the problem comes up, okay, this is how we fix it, and you press on.
Midnight in the Arctic brings eternal sun. Having only recently been lost, the Air Force PJs are surprised that they are still in the lead. They have won another crucial battle.
How many teams in before us?
You're first. You're the first one.
You're kidding me.
All right. Do you know how close the other teams are behind you?
No idea.
Have you had any contact with the other teams?
Now, leaving the last PC, we saw them coming down the ridge behind us.
We got there and they said, you guys are first in. It was so exciting. Like, woo! We started screaming and we're like, oh no. Hope nobody heard that and knows where the checkpoint is now.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. Greetings and salutations.
Thank you much.
Yay, you guys are doing great.
I don't know what we're doing.
You're still alive. You're still moving, that's what counts.
Mosquitoes are kicking our ass. They are like flying piranhas.
With only a short rafting section and short trek to go, the PJs can only wonder if they will be able to hold off the Army's charge.
Yeah, we gotta go, man. We gotta go. We got people coming up behind us.
The Air Force PJs and Army Pentathlon are neck and neck as they race downstream in this short rafting section. The PJs are first out of the water and they charge toward the finish line. With Army Pentathlon in hot pursuit, both teams will face a last bushwhack and trekking section. It is here that the feud between the Air Force and the Army teams will finally be settled. Only a few miles from the finish line, the Air Force PJs are still leading, but the Army Pentathlon team is just behind.
On the way down from the last checkpoint, when we pretty much knew that we'd won, first of all, we decided we were going to be careful and go slowly, not run down and get hurt. I don't think anybody even entertained the thought of us winning before we came into this thing, and even up to the last checkpoint. And then after that, it took probably the whole hike down for it to start sinking in that, yeah, we're going to win this.
Overcoming a potentially debilitating knee injury, rookie Becky King and the Air Force PJs cross the finish line and become the U.S. Armed Forces Eco Challenge champions.
It's almost surreal. It's like, you're just, the wind stops, everything stops around you. Like, could this really be happening? It's a rare thing in your life to represent, who we get to represent by doing this. It's phenomenal.
I mean, we were racing for all the fallen pararescue men, so it was it feels good to be able to recognize people who serve their country and given their life for it, and especially to help out their families. We're going to go to New Zealand representing TAPS.
For rookie Becky King and the Air Force's PJs, a hard-fought victory has earned them the honor of representing the U.S. Armed Forces and TAPS in the Southern Alps of New Zealand. Here they will race against the best expedition racers in the world in the name of military honor and pride.
The biggest pride is now we're representing the military in the biggest race in the world as far as adventure races going. And this means a lot to the military. So now it's our job to do this, and that's a huge responsibility.